I want to start by giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Ruach HaKodesh, and double honor to our apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the Akim around the four corners pushing this truth, who's out there every Saturday or every day of the week doing this truth. But anyway, this is brother Yashar Mafa from Brisbane, Australia. So last week I was on the street doing my videos, and then in the middle of my videos, man, like I caught the spirit. So I was really like in the spirit telling this so-called white man his his iniquity that he has done to our people, and how he got here, how he has taken away our heritage, by lying, and not just him, but him and these other nations and all that. So I was really like going deep into it. And then there was few people that walked by while I was doing the video, and there was this I guess they were high school kids. They were recording a film, and then I guess they recorded me, and I told them, yeah, go ahead and record me. Like, so it's good, go ahead and share that video. You got it. Go put it on our Facebook, whatever other social media there is. Just go ahead and put it on there. You just helping this truth go out even more. So anyway, and then a few minutes later, I say about 20, 30, 29, or 35 minutes later, there was a scary guy that came to me saying, I gotta leave the place. I'm not allowed to be on there speaking on the way I was speaking on or preaching the Bible. And I was like, why can I be here? I'm just preaching the Bible. Like, I haven't touched anybody. I haven't threatened anybody. I'm just speaking straight from the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So like, he said I need permanent to be there. And for sure, like, if this guy came to me and said, for sure, there's no way if I went to the Brisbane City Council, they'll give me a permanent. All right, there's no way, because when you go over there, you gotta go in and tell them, perform on what you're gonna be doing on the street or the area you're asking for. So and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just finish off where I am at and just and be gone. I don't want any trouble. I don't want any fines. Nothing like that. And I was like, I'm in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna try to find for another spot, a few spots over there where like it's under any so-called corporation or whatever he said it, because he said that area I was in, it was under some corporation, corporations, and I was like, okay, what, it's whatever, But anyway, so like this week, today, as I usually go on the street Wednesday, so I'm here sitting over here in this park by my house, doing this video right now to carry on where I was last Saturday. I mean last Wednesday. It's like it. So, but on top of that, like there's no excuse. I'm gonna go look for another place around the city areas. There should be few spots I know of that are not under any corporation, you know what I mean, like where I don't need any permit, unless they come against it, you need a permit, stop complaining, you know what I mean. So, because man, like over here, Australia, it's a weird country, because when I was in USA with the brothers, like, nobody ever came to us in Phoenix asked for permanent, you know what I'm saying, like, and it was more rough over there than it is over here. But these crackers over here in Australia, they can't handle the truth, man. They're really like they're spoiled, really spoiled. The government spoiled them, you know what I mean? Like, you can't speak against them, It's the white privilege, man. It's crazy over here. There's no such thing as a freedom of speech in this country. You need a permit from the government before you can step on the street and do what you gotta do. But anyway, so I was in a book of I was in the book of Psalms, talking about how like all these nations came together and took our heritage away. Because like that really, you know, like when you really think about it, like how these other nations know where they came from, they know their history, and you think about us, like our history really starts as like we were slaves, we were nobody, savage, just, you know, nobody on this planet. You know, that's where our history starts. You know, oh, they said we were Africans, came from Africa, here and there, and then you like, what part of Africa though? Because them are Africans over there. They know where they came from. They're the ones in power right now over there, because they separate themselves from the so-called Negroes over there in Africa. You know what I'm saying? Like especially from the Abantu people. Like when you look, the countries that are you know, that have leaders. Most of the leaders are Hamites. None of them are from the, you know, the lineage of Bantu that came from west coast of Africa. You know, from none of them are from those areas. We treat like nobody, you know. Because as I know, like there's few history where like those Hamites were killing you know, nowadays, like if you're Bantu in some of these countries, if you're Bantu and you're a man, you go back to this country, they'll kill you. You know, they'll kill you. They'd rather have, but for female it's okay. But if you're a man of a Bantu, you know, from, you know, you're a Bantu, your background is, you know, of a Bantu, they'll kill you as a man. You know what I mean? Like that's the time, and that goes back to the time of Pharaoh back during the slave, during the time of the Egyptian slave. You know, that time, like Pharaoh was doing the same thing. He was killing every single born of you know, Israel. Israelite. So into this day, they still do the same thing because they're afraid of us, man. I tell you that, they're afraid of us, man. I live among these Hamites over here in Australia, like these Sudanese, Ethiopians, Somalians, you know, a few of Kenyans, a few of Ugandans, you know, and these other Africans. They're really afraid of the so-called Negroes, man. You know, like they're really like they have that envy towards us, man. Especially when it comes with their women, they love us black people, man. Like black men, they love us, man, and so they get jealous all the time. You know what I mean? Like, because they know how we get down. Like, you know, these motherfuckers here, fucking dirty, stink motherfuckers, man. You know what I mean? Like, so, you know, the way we carry ourselves, the women love how we carry ourselves. Like, you know, so much swag, should I say? You know, so you know, like it goes back, man. It goes back, you know, like, you know, back to that time, man. You know, but so I was I'm gonna get to where I was when that cracker came to me, and I'm gonna try to carry on the lesson from there and then jump into a few scriptures anyway. But so this is the book of Psalms 83, chapter 83, right? It says I'm gonna start from verse 1. It says, "Keep not thou silence, O God, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thy enemies make atonement, and they have hated thee, have lifted up the head." All right. "They have taken a crafty counsel against thy people, and the concerted against thy hidden ones." All right. So, like, you know, like that's what these other nations have done, man. They have you know, every time there's the meeting, the UN meet, all these countries, you know, some of these nations from around the whole world, like, you know, they come together and they do meetings, and the meetings is about what? Destroying the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. It's just destroying us, all right? That's what they do in their meetings. And this whole new world order that's about to come in is what? To put us in control. You know, but like these other nations are gonna be in control. They're gonna be controlled too. But like most, like, you know, their aim is aimed on the so-called Negroes, all right? Because they know the prophecy is gonna come to to light. You know, these things I was reading is the Holy Bible are gonna come to light. Everybody's gonna see it, and they know for sure the Most High is gonna send His Son Yahushua to come to redeem us. All right, so that their main goal is to get us most of Jakes in our new world whole order, you know, get the Alpha chip, get chipped, you know, just to go off completely, like forget who the Most High is, hid everything, hid our history away from us to know who we are, because it's really important if our people really woke up to know who they are, like this whole world will tremble just like that, man. They'll get scared, you know. And they say, in verse 4 it says, they have said, come, let us cut them from off being a nation, that the name of Israel might be no more in remembrance. Right, so like that's what they do, you know, and that happened. Like, because right now, like the so-called Negroes, Latino, and Native Americans, we don't know who we are. Like, we don't know where we really came from, you know. But no, for us brothers in this truth, we know who we are now, because we the Most High, like he woke us up to the truth. He woke us up to this light, man. Like, you know, we received the truth, man. He shared the secrets, all right. He shared the secrets with us, the men that he chose from before they were even born, you know. So he gave us that secret to know the truth, to know who we are, and from there, here we are, preaching this gossip, man. We're preaching this gossip to the lost ones, to the lost sheep of Israel, and then you got our people scattered around the whole four corners, man. All right, you got the so-called Negroes that were ruling over there in Europe. So most of, like, you know, so you do have few Jacks over there in Europe. You do have few Jacks over here in Australia, because over here in Australia, most of these people that came here, they were convict. They were nothing but convict, you know. Most of them were from some of them were from Scotland, you know what I mean? Like, and then today, like, you can really over here in Australia, you can really tell who's you know, like, you can tell the difference between a white man and the ones who's under that curse, all right? Because here you have people that are called Bogans, and those people that are called Bogans in this country, man, like the way the areas they live in is just like, it's ghetto, all right? And the way they carry themselves, you know, the way they carry themselves, their kids, the way they carry themselves, you know, they get along with black people, all right? You have the so-called Negroes over there that was taken over there in China, Philippines, Japan, you know. So like, you have our people around the whole world, man. Over there in Africa, you still have Jacks over there. So, you know, like, we everywhere, man. But like, you know, it's a matter of time that, you know, most of us are waking up to this truth now, all right? And I'm gonna read verse 5. For they have consented together with one consent. They have confederate against the tabernacles of Edom, the so-called white men, the Ishmaelites, the so-called these Arabs, the Moab, and the Hagarenes. Moab is so-called Chinese. These, you know, and the Hagarenes is the so-called Hamites, right? But so from there it goes on into these nations that gets together even to this time to really do what they do against who? The hidden ones, against the people of the Most High. And they still do it. They did it, and they still do it to this day. All right. So from there, I'm gonna get another scripture over here. So that's what, you know, that's what I was getting into when I was on the street on Wednesday, when the security guards came to me and said I can't be you know, I'm not allowed to be there. I need a permit. All right. So I was really getting into it, man. I was really getting upset because you had this caucus that was sitting by me laughing about it, you know, laughing about what I was talking about, and that really got me upset, man. Like, these demons really, like, you know, and I was like, I could tell it was demons, man, over there, you know, mocking me and shit, having fun, having laugh at me. So I was like, you know what, like, I'm gonna get really deep into the, you know, into the iniquities, and then from there they stood up and left. And I believe so they might be the ones who really went and snitched on me, because like, you can tell they were getting cut. This is Jeremiah 11 and 19. But I was like a lamb, or an ox that is brought to the slaughter, and I knew that they had devices against me, saying, let us destroy the tree with the fruit thereof, and let us cut him off the land of living, that his name might be no more remembered. So that was who? That was us, the Israelites, man. That's what they did against us, man. All right. So the wind did all this, like all this little meeting that we having, coming together to really destroy who? The so-called Negroes, Latino, and Native of Americans, man. This is what these other nations really do. They get deep into it, man. Because this is that whatever they do over there is it's like a little it's like a little cult. It's all fucking witchcraft. But you got people here really not paying attention to it, man. Eating with the so-called Hawaiian man, the enemy. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit's really annoying, man. Like that shit really gets me upset. All right, so I'm gonna get into a few more scriptures over here. Before it gets dark over here. So we in summertime, it gets really dark over here. So like, man, like the time is at hand, man. Like there's so many prophecies coming to pass, man, and it's really beautiful, man, because we really can't wait until this wicked kingdom goes down, man. These fucking other nations goes down too with it. Everybody loves America, man. Everybody loves the so-called white man who's ruling of this planet, man. They love him. They're all under him, man. All these motherfuckers here chasing money right now, man. Like all that money's gonna go down anytime soon, man. I'm telling you, this money, these people really worshiping, is gonna go down, man. You got a few brothers that are really like falling out of the truth because money is more important to them right now. They feel like they gotta money is gonna save them when the end comes. They really feel like this money is gonna save them. But hey, money ain't really gonna save you, man. I tell you that. Money is not gonna save you, man. If anything, money is gonna do for you, money is gonna make you get that Arafat shit. All right. Alright, I'm gonna get a precept of how this money is really about to go down. And you got these people tripping out, man. You're really bugging out if you're really chasing money in these times, man. Like your eyes are closed already. Like your eyes are really closed. How the fuck you were once in this truth, man, and then and now like you turn around and went back into the world and start chasing money. Like, that's a hypocrite. That's a hypocrite, right? You're a hypocrite if you're doing that shit. Like, that shit gets me upset, man. Yeah, I'm gonna get this here. This is Zephaniah chapter 1 verse 11. How ye inhabitants of Makatesh, for all the mentioned people are cut down, and they that bear silver are cut off. All right. So once Babylon is gone, is taken down, none of this silver is really gonna do nothing for you, man. Like the silver is gonna be down. The money is gonna be down, because nowadays they don't use silver. They use money. These papers which called you know, what would you call silver in that time right now, you know? Because, you know, they don't use gold and silver no more, man, you know? Because these fucking devils really took that away, everything away back then. Took the gold, you know, and then gave people this fucking paper that runs in circles, that never ends. And that's what they have done. And but you got people really chasing this shit, like really want to get into taking the money, you know, worshiping money and shit. All right, like, which is crazy, man. Like, you can't worship money, man. We know the money is the root of all evil, man. All right. So if you're gonna take money over the Most High, you stupid, man. You crazy. You really like ignoring the scriptures, man. You really turning your back from away from the Most High, man. You were once awakened, and now you're going back into the world, you know. Like, that's it's scary, man. Yeah, I'm gonna get another one right here. And I'm gonna get a scripture right here. This is James chapter 5, verse 3. Your gold and silver is cranked, the wrath of them shall be witness against you, and ye shall eat your and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last day. Alright, so like hey man, like all your shit, all your money and all that is really nothing. That shit is conquered, man. Alright. You know, I don't have internet. I was gonna go into, you know, to the meaning of that word, conquered. Alright, and see where it really means, man. Right, because that's what this money is really. You know, if you know these scriptures well like that, like, you shouldn't be really like chasing the money, man. Like this gold and silver, like, are nothing, man. They're worth nothing. Especially the times ahead, it's gonna be really nothing, man. Like, it's not gonna save you, man. Because you're still gonna you know, the Most High is still gonna destroy you. Like, this money and all that, it's not really your salvation. You know, that's not your salvation right there, man. This is Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 19. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the days of the wrath of the Lord. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowls, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity. Okay? So, like, during that time, man, like, none of that silver and gold, which is the money of this modern time we're living in, it's not gonna save you when the wrath of the Most High comes around, man. When Yahushua sends his angels over here, man, to deliver the elect around the four corners, man. When this you know, when the martial law kicks in, all right. When you know, race war comes in. You so-called Negroes, man, your money ain't gonna save you, man. You ain't gonna give your enemy here have this and this and leave me alone and my family. No, it's not gonna be like that, man. What's really in the Bible is gonna it's gonna happen, you know. It's like, for lacking of better words to use, but like, you know, at that time, man, like, it's not gonna really, like, this money is not gonna really, like, save you, man. Like, your enemy's not gonna take that money and leave you and your family alone. He's gonna rob you. He's gonna take your money and still kill you. All right? Because that's how these devil work. You see what they did to the natives or these other countries they went to, talking smooth. And next minute, what they do, they come from behind and destroy you and kill you. So the time to come, the same shit that's gonna happen for you that trust these fucking modern Egyptians, the so-called white man. All right, the so-called the Americans, these other fucking Edomites around four corners. All right, because you have Edomites everywhere you go, man, and the Most High put him in those corners for a reason. Okay, because they're gonna be destroyed by these other nations, but before they do that, before they get destroyed, they're gonna get some of you Jakes, man. Because you Jakes love this, you love the so-called white man, like you love him so much, man. That's your motherfucking enemy, man. Okay? Damn. You can't trust your enemy, man. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna get into another scripture right here. For you suckers that went back into the world, man. Like it's y'all better like repent and come back to this truth, man. Cause like this is not a funny games anymore, man. I'm telling you. Like if you don't see the signs right now, man, like I don't know what else to say to you, man. You want to test this truth, man. I'm gonna get this on Hebrew 10. This is Hebrews chapter 10 verse 38. Now the just shall live by faith. And who's the just? That's the just is who? The elect. These brothers, Lord willing, these brothers, you see pushing this truth, the elders and the pastors of Grand Millstone, pushing this truth. Lord willing, man, we're part of that elect, man, all right? Because you see, man, these brothers over there being on the street, man, they ain't doing this for fun, man. This is, they're working on their salvation, man. We gotta work on our salvation, really. Us doing the work, we're doing the work, and by doing the work, it's because we have faith. We have faith that the work we're doing is not going to be, the work we're doing is not in vain, all right? The Most High promised us a reward. As we do the work, the Most High is going to reward us, man, okay? And that's why we do this work, because we have faith, man. It says, but if any man drew back, my soul shall have no pleasure in him. All right, so like, you were once in this truth, man, and now you went back to the world. The Most High, what it says, your soul, it says, my soul shall have no pressure in him, or pressure, it's like a pressure in him. So like the Most High, like, like your soul is done, man. You're condemned already, man. But we are not of them who drew back into perdition, but of them that believe to the saving of the soul. So we believe, man. We believe that the Most High is gonna be the one saving our soul. Okay. We believe that, man. That's why we keep going with this truth, man. We stay 100 with it, man. We not lacking, man. Yeah, I'm gonna get another one here. No, Peter. I'm gonna get this one in Peter, because you guys are really like that dog who this is 2 Peter chapter 2 verse 22. It says but it is happened unto them according to the true proverb, the dog is turned into his own vomit again, and the soul that washed her howling in the mirror. Alright, so when you go back into the world, man, like you just like, it's like when it's like a dog, turning into his own vomit. Right, like you can't, like like you once in the truth, man. All right, now you're going back into the world. So you really like you vomited. It's like like the scripture said over there, man. Like it's like you vomited. Now you eating that fucking vomit. You just vomited again. All right, because once you found out who you were and how this truth was hidden away from you, it was a beautiful thing, man. It was beautiful, but at the same time, like you were sickened. You were sickened on how like on all the weakness this white man has done, man. Okay, so now like when you go back into this fucking into the world, you eating your own vomit again. Okay, like which is crazy, man. Okay, like you people really like falling out of this truth, man.